I think he would have given the MVP to Tatum, but he said he didn't get it. He didn't win the MVP, so therefore he's not the Celtics' best player. How can he be? How can you make the statement that he's the team's best player? He didn't win the MVP in either the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals. Despite the fact that he played great in the finals and played well in the Eastern Conference Finals, but Brown was better. Does that mean that he's now going forward not the Celtics' best player?
Was Cedric Maxwell the best player in 81?
On the roster?
Yeah.
Based on name recognition? No, I mean, no, he wasn't.
Yeah, he had a hell of a finals. Just because you have a hell of a run there for a while doesn't mean you're the best player on the team. I could see that. I could say that. Tatum's your best player. Even though I like Brown better as a player. That doesn't mean he's the best player. That's what I like. That's your opinion. And I thought Brown start to finish was the best in the playoffs. I thought Tatum had to labor, if that makes sense. Because it is work. You're getting doubled. You got to be right. You got to be smart with your passes. You got to have great vision. You got to make good decisions. That doesn't necessarily mean you're having the best series. But you're doing it for the betterment of the team. When the word sacrifice is put out there and used to describe someone's performance, you're giving up something that you do really well for the betterment of others. And that facilitated Brown to have a great series.
I will say this, though. It is often the team's best player that does win the Finals MVP. The list in recent years,
I know,
is stacked.
I heard this the other night on TV. Yeah, people were going through it. The Brown defenders.
Jaylen Brown won it this year. Last year was Jokic. Before that, Steph Curry, Giannis, LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, Durant 2 times in a row.
Yep.
LeBron before that. You got to go back to 2015. Andre Iguodala won the award. And he was not even near being the best player on that team.
Right. But
he won. So that's one that stands out. Is it the best player? No. Wasn't even their second best player on that team, and he ended up winning it. But that's rare.
Yeah, and the conversation coming out of that finals was not like Steph Curry, not the guy.
Right.
You know?
Right. It was
can't give it up.
Klay Thompson. I don't know if he's that good. Kawhi, LeBron, Dirk, Kobe, back-to-back years. Paul Pierce in 2008. That's an interesting one. Kevin Garnett was that team's best player. Paul Pierce won MVP. Celtics have been down this road before. But you're also talking about the team's captain.
Guy that had been through it with the team.
Yeah, and there's, kind of a debate about the importance of each guy to that team, but I think Kevin Garnett was their best player, best guy on the roster. Tony Parker, Dwayne Wade, Tim Duncan, Chauncey Billups, Tim Duncan again, Shaq 3 years in a row, Duncan, Jordan 3 times in a row, Hakeem in back-to-back years. Jordan, Isaiah Thomas. This is a hell of a list, man. It really is. Larry Bird won it twice.
I know.
Cedric Maxwell won it in 81.
Cedric, the best guy on the team. Like, there's a couple outliers there. Right.
You know what I did not know that when Dennis Johnson won with the Supersonics, he was the MVP in 79. Hey, what do you know? It's a great list. It's littered with great names. Typically the team's best player. Typically. Not always, but typically. So I think this is now going to be held against him.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jason Tatum. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Jim is in the car. Hey, Jim.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for taking the call. I agree with Zolak that Tatum's the better player, but it's kind of like Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris. Mantle was the better player, but Maris had a better year one time. Brown had a better year this year, but Jason Tatum's really matured, gained wisdom, and has become more of a complete ball player. And I just hope, on a final note, that John Henry could learn from Grousbeck. Good philosophy for success.
Well, I don't think, to go down that road, I don't think John Henry has any interest in being anything like Wick.
He's
not even a little bit.
He's the opposite.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.